I mean, people love watching bad decks. That's why Saffron Oliver is popular. Don't get me wrong. Whenever I play something that's really terrible, it's very popular on my YouTube channel. Matt and I are going to be doing coverage for Nerd Rage Gaming, starting with their CT next weekend. Excited to kick that off. Brainstorm, Badlands, Dark Ritual, Dark Ritual. Well, I think we're going to suggest our opponent get wasted here. Seems like a good line. Hope they don't hit a blue source. I don't know who Kess is. So, if the same old decks are boring, then that means WotC's designed a bad format. So, like, you should blame Wizards of the Coast. You shouldn't blame the decks. Fun facts. I think I'm just going fetch Deathrite here. I could, like, ponder for a force or more disruption, but, like, this gives me more mana next turn. Go see Deathrite. Oh, the new Grixis card, sure. Alright, got a bunch of shots at a Wasteland here. Cabal Therapy probably be pretty good too, yep. BS. Cabal, Dark. And for Wasteland. Delver. Under. Hey, look at that. Wasteland, so I'm gonna go... this back, draw that. Exile your Underground Sea. Cast this Delver, Wasteland you. Man, Magic's tough. Magic's hard. This Legacy format, it's a tough format. And by that I mean dumpster you with my cards that are way better than your cards. That's what I mean by Legacy's a hard format. My cards are better than your cards, so we're gonna dumpster you now. Is that okay, opponent? Is that okay? It's like run you into the ground because you're playing Storm and I'm playing the best deck. Monkey Magic confirmed. Deathrite Shaman is a stupid card. Finds a good... I mean, did I really look that hard for a good line? Like, you say found a good line, like I, like, got down and really looked for it. Just like, my opponent missed a land drop, so I wastelanded them. Like, is that really... if that's a tough line to find, Magic might not be the game for you. And that's okay. There's a lot of games out there. But trust me when I say we didn't look that hard for that line. 2 Surgicals are fine. That's my board plan for this matchup. 4 Bolts out. Sounds right. I don't want any of these cards here. I think a Delver deck would still be the best deck in Legacy if Deathrite was gone, which means it's fine. I guess I could leave some Bolts in. Actually, I usually board the Trop out in this matchup. Yeah, this is probably fine. Bolt's a little bit of reach. I don't mind Surgical, especially on the draw. Found the line to get Legacied, right? Seems pretty good. Needs I can't cast the Deathrite Shaman, but it's got like Daze, a cantrip, Wasteland. I like wastelanding people. You take the bolts out, how do you kill the morale? Asking the real questions over there. The hardest hitting of questions. Oh, is someone asking about the Keranos? The Keranos is great. Unban Deathrite Shaman in Modern. Stop it. As someone who's a big proponent of unbanning a lot of stuff in Modern, let's leave Deathrite Shaman where it is. Sometimes they do board into Bobs, you're not wrong. So leaving some bolts in as a hedge is fine. Oh no! Oh no, they found a basic land. Can they take my Brainstorm? They might take my Brainstorm here. Stop it, unban Dark Depths in Modern. Yep, I like that line from the opponent. Good line. Let's draw a fetch land here and play the Deathrite Shaman. Daze, sure. Daze for days, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take their Cabal therapies away. I almost want to. Almost want to. Twin is a fine unban. Twin and Pot are both fine unbans. Anyone who like looks at the decks that are currently good in Modern and thinks Twin is too good is silly. It needs some. I'm gonna Wasteland them, and then maybe I should have played the Pyromancer after I drew it. And we're gonna get aggressive here, and we're gonna draw step Surgical this Underground. See, this is super aggro. This is super aggro. We're doing it though. Get it out of here. Screenshot here of what they have going on. So they've got a Pyroclast. They got 2 Clasms and 2 Empties in their deck right now. Things that are worth noting. They cast Duress. That's fine. We let it resolve. They take the Daze. So they're just going to take a Daze anyways. Also has 2 pushes. That's good to note. Thank you for pointing that out. I think I'm okay with them having push. I don't really care about that card. Like, if they want to spend their time disrupting me, I'm fine with that. If they Brainstorm here as a sorcery... Land? Alright, so what am I doing here? Probably just Young Pyromancer, right? Just get Dr. Peasy in here. I think Storm and Death Shadow are both in contention for, like, best deck in Modern. You know what's sweet here? My opponent has another Brainstorm in their hand. How aggro is it to snap Surgical them? Can I snap Surgical them? Is that too aggro? They did just Brainstorm lock themselves, so maybe that's bad. I shouldn't give them a shuffle. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Deathrite Shaman pass. What would you say is the runner-up? I genuinely don't know. I think Grixis Delver is so much better than everything else that I've played, I can't accurately judge what the number 2 is. I think in a format without Grixis Delver, Temur Delver might be in contention for like if Deathrite Shaman wasn't legal, I think Temur Delver would be would probably be the best deck in Legacy, which is fine. Like, I think that deck's very interesting to play with and against. But with Grixis in the format, I think Grixis is oppressive enough to Temur that Temur's just not good enough. I wouldn't call it the number 2. Yep. They had 2 Dark Rituals. Just getting like ad nauseum tier. Am I just blasting this? Just gonna blast this. They have another Dark Ritual. Did they draw an ad nauseum? Tutor. They drew a tutor. Well, they drew Past in Flames. Oh, empty. Sure. So I'm going to daze this to make another thing. It's fine. So they have 14 goblins. Not that many. Oh, look. Another 1/2. Why is it a 1/2? Why is it a 1/2? Nobody knows. Nobody knows why it's a 1/2. Why is it a 1/2, Wizards of the Coast? Why? Yes, because I just want to block these goblins. Just going to block all of their goblins. So if I'm blocking the goblins, they're losing the race. And if I am, it should be an 0-1. It should be Noble Hierarch is what it should be. Should 10 out of 10 just be Noble Hierarch. All right, so we're gonna play the Snapcaster Mage. We're gonna surgically extract something. Make another elemental. This costs me some health, but it gets me another elemental out there, so that's fine. Which trades with a Gobo. When am I supposed to surgical? I don't really care about them drawing like Dark Rituals, right? It's probably just empty. So take their ponders away. Anchor's supposed to surgical. I think that saves us health. It's gonna get rid of a goblin here. I go block. What is going on? Hey, X Carmanova with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I do this. That's 5 blocks. I take 9 and go to 7. And then next turn, I block 2. Don't die to Past in Flames, but they need more mana with Past in Flames. Am I supposed to trade the Young Pyromancer off? If I trade the Young Pyromancer off, we take 8, and then 6, and then 4, and then 2. And I think I'm just supposed to leave the Young Pyromancer so I can cast some spells and generate some more elementals. Need some cantrips here. Lightning Bolt's actually pretty good here too. Boarded in one of those. Hitting a cantrip into a cantrip would have been ideal. That means we're probably dead. And I boarded out my trop, right? Yep, boarded out my trop. So I can't gain life with the Deathrite Shamans. Tilt. Oh, I can use Deathrite. Yeah, good call. Good call. Deathrite with Deathrite too. Thank you. Thank you for that. Do I want to block with Young Pyromancer this turn. I think I wanna... I guess that's probably good, right? If I do this, then I get to gain 2. So I'm gonna go to 9, go to 3. Now I'm still gonna be dead if I do this, right? Well, so if I block here, I'm gonna go up to 9, then down to 3. And then next turn I block 2 and go up to 5, down to... Huh. I don't think I'm supposed to block with the... I don't think I'm supposed to block with the Pyromancer. I think I'm supposed to give myself one more turn to draw some cantrips and get out of this. Draw another land and die. That's probably wrong, because now I can't gain health this turn. Yeah, just draw more lands on die. If I would have blocked with the Pyromancer to start, I would have... If I would have blocked with the Pyromancer to start, I would have been able to... I would have been up 3 points of health there, and then my things would have just been able to do it. So I should have just blocked with the Pyromancer to start, instead of hoping to hit something. That seems fine, right? Opponent's playing Ant. Yeah, if I would have blocked with the Pyromancer to start, we would have beaten the goblins. I wasn't thinking about Deathrite gaining health. If I would have caught about Deathrite gaining health, I would have come to the conclusion that we would have been able to do that. No, I don't think so. Because if they stop attacking, the Deathrite Shamans just drain them out and they lose the game that way. So I don't actually think it's a play to not lose line. I think it's actually just the correct line. We have taken 2 less damage. Yeah. Null Rod is very good in this matchup. It's one of the reasons on the board. There aren't many cards that you could say, this card is good against Storm and it's good against Stoneblade. I am 10 out of 10 blasting any cantrip they play on 1. Even a Gitaxian Probe I'm blasting here. I just want to be guaranteed to use my mana this turn. I also don't want them to know that I have this Wasteland. I want to make their Cabal Therapies worse. I agree. A terrible draw. We can Snap Blast something later. I like how this puts text on itself. Can't activate abilities here. Hard-ish to die through this force. This fetches them their basic swamp, which is a little annoying. Hopefully we'll be able to brainstorm into a black source for the Deathrite Shaman next turn. Of course, I've read Null Rod's flavor text. Come on now, I'm not new. Good draw. Come on, black source. That's really unfortunate. So I can snap Brainstorm next turn, hopefully get out of this. Snap Brainstorm gets me 2 cards deeper. No, I think I just want to try and unlock my hand here. Because, like, now I can just put these Deathrites back. And I can, like, surgically extract, like, a Ponder here. I could... Do I get aggressive? Do I surgical one of their things and then Cabal Therapy them? Alternatively, I could just, like, put these two back and, like, cast Deathrite here. I think I want to surgical plus therapy them. Oh, I should have surgical. Didn't get punished. I didn't want to surgical brainstorm because then they could brainstorm in response. But yeah, I should have done it because then they can't brainstorm in response to this. They have a fatal push in their hand. It's annoying because they're going to take my threat off the table. I can sack the Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, that's true. Forgot about that. The problem with sacking the Snapcaster Mage is I lose my only threat. They might push the Snapcaster in response to this, honestly. Taking Infernal Tutor. Do I want to take anything else out of their hand? I don't really care about the rest of these cards, right? If they want to kill this, that's fine with me. I feel like I just, like, want my clock on the table, or I want them to burn their fatal push on it. And we have a force to cover them ripping, like, ad nauseum or something like that. He's dead, Jim. This could punish me. I'm gonna cast this for mana, though. I guess if I draw a land exactly, I could get punished here. I drew an LED, nice card. Cabal Therapy. Alright, let's just cast that one. Actually, I'm gonna wait a turn on this, because I get more information if I wait on this. And the problem is here, like, I have all this disruption, but I don't... They drew another Cabal Ritual. God, I'm such a powerful fucking wizard. Who's a powerful wizard? Hoagland's a powerful wizard. This guy right here. Powerful wizard. Wait a turn, get that extra card out of him. Where's the threat? Daddy needs a threat. Alright, it's our days. Am I supposed to wasteland them? There's someone who understands. Grixis Delver best deck, NA. Have they seen my hand? I'm just gonna do this. Just keep him out of here. Brainstorm's pretty good. It lets them ditch these artifacts. Yeah, now that the force is gone, I didn't wasteland because I wanted to hold them so I could hardcast a force like that. So now that we're relying on these Daze as soft counters, we're gonna use these wastelands. And again, like, we've, like, stopped my opponent from doing stuff, but again, I haven't actually been killing them, so we're actually not in that good of a spot right now. And if my opponent wants to clear this Brainstorm, which they likely do because they have these artifacts, they are going to have to crack this fetch, probably for a non-basic. I guess, do they have 2 swamps? They don't have 2 basic swamps. Yeah, so if they want to clear this Brainstorm, they're gonna have to crack this fetch, and then we get to wasteland them again. Stop on my opponent's turn. Let this land come into play. Kill that now before they get a draw step and a main phase. And again, this is just like good, like, this is like a good play against combo deck 101. Like, we're not really winning this game because I don't have a clock. There we go. There's my clock, hopefully. Gonna start dazing aggressively so we can just get these out of our hand. They probably still have a Dark Ritual in their hand. All right, so we're out of disruption now, but we've got a clock on the table. And next turn I can flashback this therapy to take a Dark Ritual that's likely still in their hand. Brainstorm? Brainstorm? Hey! Hey! Yahtzee! 3 spells, come on. Come. Woo! Buddy! Woo! Doggy! Woo! Doggy! Alright, giddy up. Giddy up. There we go. These are coming up Millhouse, ladies and gentlemen. These are coming up Millhouse. Alright. Would like to take your Dark Ritual away from you. Opponent, wait, what's going on? Did my opponent, it says the game's ended. Magic Online is having an aneurysm. All right. Yeah, all right. Do a short plug away for the next match to pop. Good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. We are trying to recover some tickets we've been spewing with other fun decks with the best deck in Legacy, Grixis Delver. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider hitting that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps other people find my stuff. You can also support my content by subscribing on Twitch, becoming a patron on Patreon. Hey, Aaron the Freak, with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Speaking of, thank you. I really appreciate that. Welcome. As a subscriber, make sure you check out the subs only Discord server that we have. We talk about Magic and Hex and all sorts of other stuff on there. Give feedback and stuff like that. Also, you can support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com can help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, and sleeves. I need you to learn how to plug, huh? And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month. One that I roll here in our second match. Seems okay. Like not exciting, but fine. Yeah, Grixis Delver, stop trolling or you're gonna lose your chat privileges. That's the... We have a zero tolerance policy for trolls here. Spare Declan deck. Would anyone like to rent a Declan? He's really expensive. But he's adorable! He's adorable! Ooh, interesting, opponent. Become immense, kill you. I'm gonna give the opponent a small hand here. I'm gonna give my opponent a small hand here. Become immense, kill you. Currently playing Infect. Everything checks out. Nope. I forgot how bad I am at flipping Delver of Secrets. That's why we won that last one, because it didn't involve Delver. Spanish Inquisition is a black-green storm deck in Legacy. You can catch my YouTube archives. I've streamed with the deck a bunch in the last week. Deck's a lot of fun. It's probably the most fun I've had playing Legacy in a long time. And if you're into written content, I'm going to have a primer on Spanish Inquisition posted on Gathering Magic tomorrow morning. I think post-board Delver's a favorite if you have 3 Surgicals and 2 Diabolic Edicts. Yeah, probably. Death Shadow's a reasonable modern deck. I pretty much accept any donation decks that are like reasonable tiered decks in the formats. It's a protocol for donation decks. You message me on Twitch, Twitter, or Discord with a deck list and say, hey, I'm thinking about donating for you to play this deck. Would you take a look at it? And then I say, yes, that's something I'd be willing to play. And if I say yes, then you go ahead and send me a donation via the donation link with the deck list in the description. If you're a subscriber, donation deck lists are $12, the cost of the league. If you are not a subscriber, it is a $20 donation. For those of you that are good at math, yes, that means it is cheaper for you to subscribe on Twitch and then send a $12 donation rather than send a $20 donation, but it's your money. Who am I to tell you how to use it? I think the Storm matchup is generally favorable for Delver, and you don't need something like 4 Flusterstorms. You shouldn't be boarding in a bunch of Surgicals against Storm. In fact, it's questionable. It's arguable that when I boarded in 2 Surgicals in the last match, the second Surgical should have been a Lightning Bolt. I chose to shuffle the True-Name there because I kind of want to draw cantrips. Because if I can fill up my Crypt, we can delve the Tombstalker out, and that blocks Inkmoth Nexus. The True-Name would have pitched to the Force, but I don't think that's good enough to keep it. What is your return policy, right? All donations are final. How does one win tickets? Well, you play the best deck in the format. Declan is the complaint department, yep. Declan manages the complaint department very well. He poops on them. Just throw them in the bin and poop on it. We attacking me with an Inkmoth Nexus, or have we found a Blighted Agent? This matchup's kind of interesting. I think every matchup in this format is favorable for Grixis Delver, especially post-board, but the Infect deck's doing very similar things to what we're doing, while also just like not having the quality disruption and removal. We went 1-3. But we beat Sneak and Show in the first round, so we were a winner in our hearts. Are we dead here? Just triple Invigorate, kill me. Single Invigorate, God bless. We started with the memeing today. We did the memeing first. Would like to reveal this card. Do I want to draw this Daze? Is a question I have to ask myself. Is Daze better than a random card off the top of my deck? I feel like it probably is. I feel like Daze is probably better than a random card off the top of my deck. Like, this takes them 2 mana to activate, so I feel like Daze is still live. It also pitches to the Force, which is becoming relevant at this point. Like, if I can stop a Pump Spell or 2 on this Inkmoth Nexus, this Delver can potentially trade with it. And, like, they're going to need to burn, like, 2 Pump Spells, like, 1 through my Counterspell. Then they're going to need to burn another to kill the Insectile Aberration, which means at the end of the day, the Tombstalker might be able to come down and clean this up nicely. It's a good draw. It means they don't have to burn a Pump Spell. It'll be uploaded to YouTube, Jader Hill. We didn't Tombstalker because I couldn't. Tombstalker costs 8. It's not 7 like Grim Angler. Costs slightly more. Also, I would prefer to play this Tombstalker around Daze. I would prefer to not get my Tombstalker dazed. So you can't, the full text box on the cards isn't there anyways, so no, the ad box is staying right where it is. If you don't know what a card does, you can activate it in chat. I'm just gonna go ahead and Snapcaster now while they don't have Spell Pierce up. I agree the Tombstalker is better than Grim Angler. Jarvis you is very smart. Very, very smart. Smart Jarvis. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this. You also like don't want to bolt on their turn so they can use pump spells to protect it, plus hit you for extra damage in the same turn. And click on the card, yeah, right. There are so many ways for you to help yourself that don't involve looking at the tiny text box that's barely readable. And in some cases, like, this just says Flying Delve. What does Delve mean? You're gonna need to look it up anyways. Yeah, look, the Snapcaster Mage text box, look, text box isn't covered. Don't know what it does without looking up it anyways, because it's not all there. Don't know what this card does, don't know what this card does, so like... We're dazing. Alright, we're getting like double dazed here? Are they gonna daze me again in response to this? Seems loose. How about, and this is the other thing. I'm just preparing you for MTG Arena. In MTG Arena, none of the cards have text boxes, so I'm just preparing you for the future. Pauper seems like an interesting format, but it doesn't exist competitively, so I have no reason to really play it, so I haven't really played it much. What's my favorite deck? Spanish Inquisition, not close. There is a reason I've spent a lot of money recently playing Spanish Inquisition. Alright, you have saved your Glistener Elf. Alright, so... And I can't attack because the Pendelhaven holds my dork at bay, so we're just passing at this point, which kind of sucks. I will always take other people's money to play Spanish Inquisition, because the people's cannon is glorious and needs to be charged and blasted. Need to charge Malaysia. Just no nothing here. If they attack with this, I'm gonna go ahead and just block with these two, right? And that's a fine trade. They get to Pendelhaven and then these all trade. Then I can start attacking with my Young Pyromancer. JDR Hill with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you, and welcome. I really do appreciate that. I think I'm forcing this counter spell. Or this pump spell. Because it gets me closer to playing this and it puts more pressure on the table. I too wish that Kiki Jiki. Well, I actually don't think derpy combo decks... So, in Legacy, I think the all-in combo decks are the one that I enjoy playing more than something like High Tide. High Tide's like this slow, like, turn 3, turn 4 trying to be interactive combo deck, and I don't really think that type of deck is very good in Legacy. Yeah, Amazon Prime is great. God bless them. Cabal Therapy. I feel like they paused like they had to become immense, so I'm gonna name Become Immense with this. They've already played 2 Brainstorm, so I'm not gonna name that blind. Vines of the Vastwood, Force of Will. Alright. Take your vines away. Yeah. So they don't have much of anything going on here, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna kill them. Let's just attack a bunch. Look, their username is Become Immense Kill You. They must have a lot of Become Immenses in their deck. Yeah, I do love drawing cards. That's why Spanish Inquisition is just like the perfect deck. It's this all-in combo deck, and it gets to draw a bunch of cards. It's just like everything I want to do in Magic. This deck doesn't suck. Weird. Welcome, Maddie. We're 1-0 in this league, believe it or not. We beat Storm in the first round. You gonna attack me for 2? Sure. We'd like to draw a Gitaxian Probe or a fetch land here. We can play this Tombstalker. Alright, let's do that. I'm just gonna attack with these because my opponent could draw a blue card and a pump spell, and then they could kill us through this Force of Will next turn. So I think I want to just be conservative. I think we're pretty far ahead here. I think getting in my hit last turn was fine, but I want to be conservative with this other Delver and this Tombstalker. Yeah, we have K-Command too. We have a lot of pretty good draws at this point. If this Delver flips, we just get to kill them by attacking. Just a space smash face. No, I don't think so. I think the chance of flipping it and just like killing them is fine. I can't really attack now, and the Deathrite Shaman means I'm just going to drain them out. So like, let's just sit tight here for the time being. Because it doesn't trade. It doesn't trade. This gives it +1/+2, so it'd be a 2/3. If I agree, if it traded, I would offer the trade. I concur that the trade is favorable for me. This is game 1. I hope Deathrite's banned one day in Legacy. That sounds like it would be great for the format. Because I don't want to die to this Ink Moth on the backswing. I wanted to leave this Delver back as a blocker. There's no... When you're in a game like that where you're pretty far ahead, you always want to ask yourself the question, alright, what's the line that lets me lose here? And then you want to play around that line whenever possible if it's not going to lose you a ton of percentage points. And I feel like the answer to the, alright, how do I lose here was there. Attack with unflipped Delver and keep the flipped Delver back. That doesn't guarantee lethal the following turn. I guess with the Deathrite Shaman maybe it did. I didn't count actually. So maybe you're correct, but I should have counted. Alright, we're gonna cut. I like boarding out Tropical Island against non-Wasteland decks where we're not gonna need the green. I think Cabal Therapy is worse than these other things. Diabolic Edict is kind of hit or miss, right? They have Noble Hierarch in their deck, so maybe that card's not good enough. Oh, Grudge seems fine. Yeah, I like that. You're right. Grudge is okay. And Brainstorm it away when it's not good. Maybe 2 K commands just too many. 2 K commands is probably too many. Like this is a blocker. Huh, maybe I just don't want the K command. That's gotta be wrong. Maybe Daze isn't good enough. On the draw? Let's cut a Daze on the draw. Let's do it.
Hey, Dave, you know those. Those are big brutes. Those.
Isn't Edict better than Daze? Not really. So like Daze can help us not die to their early turns. Alright. I'm gonna time that person out. Because I'm not sure at this point if they're just a troll or completely uninformed. This new Spell Pierce art is just aces. I love it. So the question more than likely would you ever play? I haven't played Oops All Spells. I've actually been meaning to get around to playing every deck that has theoretical turn 1 kills in Legacy, so we need to hit Oops All Spells at some point. I'm just kind of holding out because I'm assuming someone will donate for Oops All Spells at some point because people like watching cheese. So if this hand like didn't have one of these 3 cards and I was on the draw with the Scry, I think I would snap this off. But at 7, we're gonna mulligan it. Alright, I'm an honest man. It's got Wasteland, Bolt, Probe on the draw with the Scry. Got three shots to the land here. Alright, swing and a miss. The classic board out a blue land. So Oops All Spells does board into Belcher, you're not wrong. I'm familiar. Yeah, buddy. Never forget that Magic is a skill game and the better player always wins. This lets me know if I should bolt this, which is nice. Berserk, Become Immense, Teferi's response. Oh baby, let's read Teferi's response. Counter target spell or ability that targets a land you control. Draw 2 cards. It's pretty good. Alright, let's play Delver. Next turn we get to go Wasteland. Young Pyromancer. Their hand's going to change a bit here because they do get to Brainstorm and then crack a fetch. So I'm assuming we're going to see them lead on Brainstorm here. My opponent puts a threat onto the board. I'm probably going to need to bolt it rather than play Pyromancer, just like keep their board as clean as possible. Their hand is Berserk, Teferi's Response, Brainstorm, one card we don't know. We're just passing. That's so good for me. Trigger. Hey. Hey. Yeah, oh, for the person asking, yeah, I meant play Wasteland, cast Young Pyromancer, not Wasteland my opponent. Obviously, we're not wasting Misty Rainforest. They look looking for a Daze here. If Daze here, I'd be kind of sad. Sweet. We're in a pretty good spot now. We got a lot of disruption lined up, and most importantly, we have a clock here on the table. We hit a mana producing land. I'm gonna be in a pretty good spot. Blue producing land specifically. That way we can bolt plus spell pierce. Opponent didn't shuffle off their Brainstorm. Interesting. Nice! You made a triangle. We bricked on a land, so I think I want to Brainstorm here. Like, not super exciting, but it's fine. Teferi's Response costs 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and Wasteland them off of this. This allows me to have Spell Pierce plus Daze up next turn. Do I want to offer this trade? I think I do. Not surprised I didn't take that. No, I think this is fine. Alright, so I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna bolt this. Now we have Spell Pierce plus Daze up. Probably not gonna have time to finish this league today. It gets home in about an hour. These matches are longer with this deck. It's weird. We're playing this league for 55 minutes and we're only in the second match. interactive magic nonsense. No, I actually really enjoy playing against Infect too. I was actually really sad when Infect got pushed out of Modern, because when Infect was one of the best decks in Modern, it was the last time I really enjoyed playing the format. I think Infect is one of those decks that like is really interesting and skill intensive to play against. Have a Daze, friendo. Get Wastelanded. Make some more tokens. Are we having fun yet? Yeah, actually, yeah, genuinely, like, as far as combo decks in Modern go, Infect was highly interactive. No, I didn't mind it with Probe, honestly, Maddie. We could die here, theoretically, right? Berserk gives trample. If they have Berserk Invigorate, we're dead. Maybe I should have left this back to not die to Berserk Invigorate. It's also possible taking the hit last turn was wrong. If I Brainstorm here... Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and triple block. See what they do. We knew they had a Berserk from earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and Brainstorm now, so they're forced to chump block with this this Noble Hierarch. Where this can attack. You feeling okay? The only thing that wasn't feeling okay is my number of treasure chests, so... Needed more treasure chests, so here we are. Needed some treasure chests, so we are now here. Now I'm hoping to sell my treasure chests for 2 tickets apiece. Nope, rules are always the same. You have to send me, if someone sends me money, I will open a treasure chest on stream. I am not. I realize to say I don't like gambling while I'm a Magic player sounds silly, but would like to be conservative. Alright, currently 2-0 with the best deck in Legacy, Grixis Delver. Would play this 75 card for card at a real event tomorrow. Maybe not the Keranos. I haven't played this card enough to know if it's good. I think this card is secretly great. I'm not actually sure. The other 74 cards in this deck list are aces, and I would 10 out of 10 register them tomorrow if I was playing a Legacy event. You need another magnet block, dude. You need another one. I don't know where the rest of them are at. That seems fine. It's not exciting, but fine. Super dead to Goblin Jar Belcher. It's like the people that are putting money into a slot machine thinking that they can actually win. I think Grixis Delver is better than Bug Delver, yes. By how much? I couldn't tell you offhand. No longer losing to Belcher. Alright, well. When in doubt, aggro them out. Yep. All right, so we're going on the big bucks, no Supreme Verdict plan. Let's just put my crap into play here and run them down with these Force of Wills. Yeah, double island is likely miracles. They missed on a shuffle last turn. Do I want to force this? Is that too aggressive? They might not have another land. They forced back. All right, good. Good call. 2 for 2. God, how great would it be if they bricked again? That's basically, ooh, that helps them clear it. Okay. Flip to Force of Will. You're hitting them for 6 a turn. They're dead in 3 here. Yeah, we need a Brainstorm now. It's a little punish if they have Snapcaster. Forget. Let's go. Let's go! Let's go! Whoa, they forced again. Holy crap. Just, yep, trade my forces for your forces. Yep. Huh. Maybe I should have just, like, eaten the intruder of the force there. Man, maybe I messed up with that Deathrite Shaman activation. I have that. Just gonna do this. This is why this deck is better than. This is why this deck is better than Sultai Delver, by the way. Because of this card. The Gitrog monster, can we do an MTGO scratch off ticket after this match? 10 out of 10. We will scratch it right on off. I don't know what you're doing, kid. And Rug, and it's better than Rug because Deathrite Shaman, exactly. Hey, Guinea, with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome. I really do appreciate that. That's terrifying. They could plow our Delver now. Yep. Oh, I just want to actually void the plow, right? Thank you and welcome. I do appreciate that support. The donation too. Alright, let's jam a Tombstalker and hope they don't crush me. One card left. Oh, I guess they get to flip this turn, right? It's kind of scary. And they chose not to bin the card. They drew another plow. Yep. It's pretty good. Oh, we might lose this game. JK, got Deathrites. JK, still got all these Deathrites. I am just gonna eat this plow now. Just plow now, brown cow. That's a pretty good one. And you know, white source. Come on, dealer. Come on, dealer. No whammy, 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 no whammy. All right, that was not a whammy. Bolt you in response. You know how you feel about that one. Yeah, that's how you feel about that one. Nice control deck opponent. GG WP. Some Spell Pierce, some Pyroblast. Alright, what are we cutting here? Fan of True-Name in this matchup. Trimming some Lightning Bolts is fine. They usually have what's it called in their deck? Trim a Trop again. They usually have Monastery Mentor in their deck, so I don't want to cut all of my bolts. Some amount of Force of Will and Daze can go away. I guess actually I'd rather just leave all of these in, right? I think I like this, actually. I don't hate Tombstalker in this matchup. It's just like a 5/5 they have to answer. Keranos isn't going to be active most games. It's just an enchantment. No way. They've searched for Azcant in their deck. Sounds like not exciting, but it's fine. Hey, look. One from fine to just like great. Yeah, trimming Wasteland's fine if search wasn't a thing. I did trim one land, to be fair. I cut the Trop. That's how we roll. Am I getting pierced on my probe? I have no idea who that is. Counterbalance. Okay. Color me intrigued. Yes, they drew a miracle. Well, I'm a hack of a Grixis Delver player, so, you know, bully to me. I'm just gonna jam this True-Name, right? If they counter it, I can get command it back. This is my thing. Choose you, Pikachu. And now, we're not gonna put anything else into play until I deal with both these threats.
No, die.
Wow, they just had double Terminus stacked on top of their deck?
Die.
That's a tilt.
No, die.
Probably dead here now. It's a pretty big hit. It's a good beat. Make 2 miracles. Do I want to build my own Silver Girl Adept? Ponder, snap Ponder next turn.
No. Mine. I only got 9.
Shuffle those. Yep. Another shot. It's decent. We know they still have Plow in their hand. Do I want all of these threats? I'm just gonna take the Delver and then cast it. Finally gonna see Counterbalance come down. Yep. Nope, not gonna reveal that one. Revealed search for Azcanta. Good beat. Good beat. Predict is good with Counterbalance. That's interesting. Huh. Plow, sure. Thanks, GDR. I'm hoping Keranos can, like, pick this game up and put it on his back. I am hoping against all hope here. Dear Keranos, this is why you're here. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down. Ooh, don't bring me down. This is my Keranos. Don't you dare show me a force of will. Opponent just typed holy shit in chat. Hey, boy. Ah, excellent. Hey, boy. I mean, if we can play Snap K Command. He's like, correctly, he's like, well, if we can play Snap K Command, it's like, yep, pretty much. Can play Snap K Command, might as well play freaking Keranos. No Council's Judgment. No Council's Judgment. Derek, Council's Judgment incoming. All right, 5 bolts later. Do I just shock them with this Kolaghan's command and then return Snapcaster Mage to my hand? I feel like that's the line while they're tapped out. For fuck's sake! Oh, they were setting up Entreat. I should have known they were setting up Entreat too. I should have known that. This is how they race it. Yep. That's how, yep. I should have done it in response. I think we're probably still dead to the entreat, right? God, we'd have been able to beat this too. That's a tilt. Okay, so I fucked up. Probably a 1-drop on top. Yep. Yeah, we 10 out of 10. We very likely would have won this game if I'd have Kolaghan's command at the right time. Fucked up. Fuck up again. Targeting me, sure. I'm just dead in 2 to these angels. Yeah, I had 2 incorrect sequencing this game, the Kolaghan's command, and I shouldn't have played the Snapcaster Mage out when I did because it allowed them to gain information with their predict. Two mistakes that cost me that game. I think I want some Daze in my deck on the play. I want some Daze in my deck on the play. Let's do it. No. No, I think it's correct to set up to do it when I did because my opponent's line to win that game was setting up and entreat the angels there, so they're incentivized to put entreat on top of their deck, which means the entreat's gonna get to counter the Kolaghan's command. So I think it was correct to just command and response there, or wait until their turn. Like, because if I assume I'm only losing the game if they entreat, I should then just like pass to them and not Kolaghan's command at all. So I think the 2 options were Kolaghan's command in response to the Brainstorm, or wait to Kolaghan's command. Because I was still going to have a window to Kolaghan's command on their turn if they entreat. And if they don't entreat, I'm just like happy sitting there on my Keranos, right? Little medium. I don't think so. They have Search for Azcant in their deck. There's probably a 1 on top of their deck anyways. Information is minimal. Can I Cabal Therapy and take their island away? Is that allowed? I'm gonna take their Ponder, right? Their best card here. And if they Brainstorm, I'll just Daze them, right? Maybe I'm actually supposed to take their Brainstorm because I can Daze them. Just like Daze the Ponder. Although I guess if I rip a red source here, I want to play the Pyromancer out. They're debating if they want to brainstorm now. Before I can untap and have Spell Pierce and stuff up. The auto scroll is working fine for me in Firefox. Fetch land? Fetch land? Fetch land? Tilt. What'd you draw? Judgment. These two back. I don't actually know. The Jeskai Stoneblade deck's done like okay off and on. They're okay. If they miss on a land here and they miss on a force, they're gonna be in trouble. So try again. Got 2 shots to fetch land. Ding, ding, ding. All right, so just gonna put back these 2, right? Probably don't need this Wasteland actually. I'm gonna put back these 2 for now. I'm gonna play this Misty out. I'm gonna pass the turn. If they play a cantrip, I'm gonna fetch Volk and Pyroblast the cantrip. I drew a plow. Predict targeting me, sure. What the fuck? They named Underground Sea with the predict. Alright, hope they're enjoying the stream. Like, literally an Underground Sea in play. Not salty at all. I mean, they're playing for 5-0, so like, more power to them. They are allowed to ghost. All right, so they have predict, they have Terminus in their hand and Jace the Mind Sculptor. So I should have flipped it the other way then. I mean, they're not a scumbag if they're ghosting. You are allowed to ghost. That is something you are completely within your rights to do. You can and should ghost. And people that act like people that ghosting are cheating, they're not. Like, if I didn't want people to have the ability to ghost me, I wouldn't stream. That's just like what it comes down to. Three Snapcaster Mages. Holy shit. Well, we named the wrong thing. Turns out we named the wrong thing. Oh geez, and they get to put Terminus back on top now. That said, we went from really far ahead to probably losing this game very quickly. I guess we get to drain them out a little bit here, right? Sponder away. Yep. So the question is, how much did I mess up by letting them by putting the underground sea back where the way I put it? It was like pretty big mess up, right? I just jammed this. They have snap. They likely have triple snap Council's Judgment. We're gonna brainstorm in response here. Maybe. I mean, like, I guess I could beat the Jace because I was so wide at that point. And they hit the white sword, so they get to Council's Judgment me. The biggest hit on that Terminus is the fact that it put us all away from this Keranos. I mean, it comes down to the question, like, how soon do I think this game is ending? If the answer to that question is soon, then waiting on the Jace is fine. Hey, the Lawn 3000 with the new subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome. I appreciate the support. Right, so they probably have Snap, Snap, X in their hand right now. We'll see Snap Judgment here. We're one land away from this Keranos. All right, 7 swords. We're looking to dodge like swords and verdict here. Hopefully they try and Snap Judgment since we have the Spell Pierce. I'm just gonna double counter this. And then if they miss next turn, they're just dead. Or if we get a lightning bolt, they're just dead. And people are right. The opponent's guess on the predict based on they probably just wanted, hey, Dave Raymond with the brand new Twitch Prime is very, very reasonable. Probe Therapy Pyromancer. Well, if that's just not I bounced the wrong land, huh? Right, no, wait, that's fine. I get to go put this back, put this back. All right, so I get to go ahead and attack with this. I know they have a Snapcaster Mage at head, right? I'm gonna play this, and then play this, and then probe them. Oh, they have Jason Search. Okay. You need more snack? Alright, don't sweep my board. Oh, this is probably a snap on top of their deck then. Portent, okay. Please shuffle, please shuffle, please shuffle, please shuffle, please shuffle. Hey, bunch of new subscribers. Thank you everyone for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate it. We are almost done for today. In fact, this is probably going to be the last match. These legacy matches with Grixis still for a long time. But I will be back Friday morning. They chose to shuffle. Alright. No whammy. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Holy shit, they hit the fucking Terminus. They shuffled their deck for reference there. There's a Keranos on top of our deck. You're gonna get a snack as soon as we're done, okay? You just finished one snack. You'll be okay. Alright, let's see if they hit a second time here. Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? It's not about the snacks, it's about... Don't forget the scratch off. Thank you, Get Rog. Well, 10 out of 10, burn a scratch off. His legacy is fair and slow. That's exactly correct. And that is why this deck is better than Sultai Delver. That is why the deck is better than Sultai Delver. Because opponent got there, GG's opponent. And again, I was salty in the moment. My opponent made a reasonable play. I think Chad is correct that the fact that they saw me Daze and Underground Sea and then Brainstorm meant that I was probably putting Underground Sea back as one of those two cards. And with that information, I should have stacked the Underground Sea one under there. So it's definitely a not unreasonable percentage play on my opponent's part. So 3-0 in this league with Grixis Delver. Again, if you are looking to print money while playing Magic Online, this deck is much better than every other deck in Legacy. And I like this 75. I like 74 of this 75. I think this Keranos is good. But if someone asked me, are you confident on every card in this 75? I would say I'm confident on 74 of them, and I don't know if I like this Keranos or not. So yeah, at any rate, I will be back on Sunday night at the latest with more Legacy. I'm probably going to sneak on at some point between now and then. We'll see. Thank you everyone for the support. Welcome to the new subscribers. I really appreciate that. And remember, if you missed any of today's stream, you can catch the archives on my YouTube channel. In fact, as soon as I sign off here, I'm going to go ahead and hit publish on the Spanish Inquisition videos that we filmed this morning to start with. I think the Stifle version of this deck is worse than this version. That's why I don't play it. It's just the TLDR. I think the Stifle version is like trying to ride this awkward line between being Teamer Delver and being Grixis Delver, and I'd rather just like be this grindy. Oh, the treasure chest, right. I have been paid for a scratch-off ticket. Sealed product, open one of these. Are you sure? Look at that. Look at this. Look at that kind person that donated to remind us why you shouldn't open chests that other people don't pay for. This is just... Get that Ruck, the Ruck egg, R-U-K-H, the Ruck egg, and the Stalking Leonin. This card, playable in Death Indexes. Reveal the player you chose. This card might be playable in Death and Taxes, except for the fact that Death and Taxes is unplayable garbage. And Adam, I'll respond to your message here in a second, and then peace, folks. Okay, I'm gonna find someone to host. Yeah, I am